Welcome to Elevate to Grow, the self-improvement, self-care, self-understanding, and self-awareness channel that keeps it real. My name is Debbie, and I'm your Elevate to Grow coach. Here, we provide you with the best information, eye-opening comments and criticisms about many helpful and important subjects and topics. No boring lectures, no impossible routines, just biblical tips, practical knowledge, real talk, and a few laughs along the way. Elevate to Grow is here to elevate, motivate, and guide you towards becoming the best version of yourself. We aim to help you elevate your inner strength, peace, and confidence. We want you to feel improvement and growth, especially after experiencing negative energies that can leave a first person feeling disgusted, broken, and defeated. We will provide tools, insights, and encouragement to help people move forward and build a future filled with joy, peace, confidence, and purpose. So if you're ready to elevate your mind and life without taking yourself too seriously, I invite you to subscribe. Hit that notification bell and join me on this elevating journey. Together, we'll elevate and grow above any roadblocks and challenges by embracing biblical techniques and stepping into the fullest of the life God has prepared for us. Theology, the study of God, truth, and wisdom, a grand pursuit for the pure of heart. But you know who really loves theology? Like, really love it? False prophets. That's right. If there's one thing false prophets adore, is using big theological words to sound super smart while scamming people. Brothers and sisters, today, I bring you a divine revelation that just so happens to cost 3 easy payments of $99.99. Yeah, we've all seen it. Some of these so-called men and women of God are out here dropping words like tribulation, affliction, but the only thing they're truly studying is how to get rich off of your faith. So let's dive into the world of false prophets and uncover the driving force behind their attraction to be involved with theology. Is it a desire for power, a desire for control, or something more wicked? We will explore the motivations and style of the false prophet and what we can learn from their attraction to theology. From manipulation to exploitation, we'll examine the darker side and what it reveals about the spirit and nature of a human person. So why do false prophets love theology so much? Let's break it down. You will find many people with dysfunctional behaviors and personalities who are attracted to the religious ministry. This industry helps to feed the false prophet's strong desire for approval, praise, and recognition. They like feeling honored, superior, favored, and applauded. On the other hand, they can have huge egos, be arrogant, snobbish, and scornful. They lack empathy, sympathy, understanding, compassion, and kindness. You can tell a false prophet by recognizing that they have an abusive spirit that is the complete opposite of the fruits of God's Spirit. They will not have a spirit that represents love, joy, peace, kindness, patience, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. This teaching about why you will find so many false prophets in leadership position at God's house of worship will help to provide you with self-awareness. When you have self-awareness, then you will be able to put in place self-care to protect your well-being. A biblical tip about the false prophet is taken from Matthew chapter 7 verse 15. A false prophet is not a person who is serving God's house of worship for God, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Bible, or God's people. A false prophet who has cluster B behaviors and personality disorders benefit from receiving a large, unlimited amount of positive energy flow from God's people. They need that positive energy flow to help them handle their abusive spirit. They are tricking the congregation of people into thinking that they are faithful to God, noble, worthy of praise, and righteous. They would rather receive praise, honor, and glory from people rather than have a divine relationship with God. The false prophet also realized that many religious church members can be naive, foolish, inexperienced, and can easily be exploited. This can cause much damage, hurt, pain, and anguish to those who happen to experience their true evil nature. An abusive false prophet is also very enchanted by the church operations, foundations, and commands that are offered to them. They can twist, maneuver, and exploit the traditions, scriptures, customs, values, and beliefs of the church operations to fit their wicked and evil desires. This is how they can lead so many of God's people astray, far away from sound biblical teachings. This deceptive practice can turn them into gods that their congregation will end up worshiping over God in heaven. They can do and say all types of false teachings, deception, betrayals, and gaslighting techniques. Over time, they have positioned themselves into a spiritual divine position. Many church members will go along with the flow, not knowing that they are being brainwashed while under the pastoral care of a wicked, evil, cruel, abusive, false prophet. This religious relationship can easily turn into an emotional, toxic, abusive cluster B occult, which is a situation that's been happening all over this nation. The church is a safe place for a toxic, abusive person who has behavior and personality issues that line up with cluster B mental disorders to hide their true nature. On the one hand, they are in a great position to commit all types of mistreatment, profiteering, stalking, oppressions, injustice, or any other evil, abusive intentions their wicked, evil heart desires. They love religious settings where they can receive all types of wonderful personal increases, benefits, and profits. You will find that they lean heavily on scriptures that are teaching about mercy, forgiveness, turn the other cheek, pardons, submission, tolerance, goodwill, generosity, gentleness, clearance, and pity. They will preach about forgiveness without requesting the other person who has caused the harm any required changes in their behaviors. In many religious practices, you will find an abusive religious leader is not held accountable for their evil, abusive, deceptive, wicked actions, wrongdoings, mistreatments, corruption, crimes, or any other dysfunctional behaviors. These are the locations that are very attractive for the abusive false prophets to become involved in. They won't have to be concerned with being questioned, being disciplined, being penalized, or even being disputed. They don't have to worry about needing to change their wicked behaviors and personality that they are not able to easily change anyway. False prophets love working in the religious industry because they don't have to be concerned with doing a drop of help or work with personal improvements. They don't have to be concerned with any work on self-awareness or self-examination for themselves. They spend most of their time, focus, and energy on what's going on outside of themselves. This keeps them from seeking healing with the internal injuries and traumas they have that is causing them to behave in such a cruel, hateful, evil, despicable manner against other people. Working against the church and the church people is easy work for a toxic, abusive, false prophets to do. Because of their top religious positions, they are treated with honors, like they are a blessing. They're treated with dignity, highly favored, and with godlike power and authority. False prophets are also very good at convincing the people of the congregation to put the church first, neglect themselves, and turn over their finances to them. They will also always make sure that true sound biblical teachings are not being taught, which would shine the light on the truth of who they really are behind their mask of lies and deception. You will find the false prophet in public will be involved in all of the religious services, ceremonies, sacraments, and customs, but it is completely different from what they are involved in secretly, behind the scenes in private, hiding all sorts of corruptions, shady deals, stalking, perversions, bribery, devil worshipping, and hellish activities. I bring to you important information that should provide you with self-awareness so you can put in place self-care techniques to allow you to stay on track with your personal growth and not become a victim of an abusive false prophet. We must learn the difference between a religious leader who's legitimate, sincere, honest, and real, and a false prophet religious leader who has alternative, personal, hurtful, destructive, negative, damaging desires. So what did we learn today, good people? Theology itself isn't bad. It's a very powerful tool, but in the wrong hands, it can turn into a spiritual hustle. If someone's explanation of God sounds like a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside a Cash App request, look for the exit and then run. At the end of the day, don't just take someone's word for it. Do your research, ask questions, and please, if a religious leader is wearing a $5,000 outfit, tells you to sow a miracle seed into their anointed bank account, you just might want to pay attention to those loud red flags and reconsider. And that is why false prophets love theology. Because when you mix a little bit of truth with a whole lot of nonsense, you get a top of the line flim-flam artist. If you enjoyed this video, Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Have you ever encountered a smooth-talking false prophet hustler? Let me know. And remember, God gave us a brain, so we have to put it to good use, especially when it comes down to discerning if a religious leader is a false